Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Lauren. Welcome. Hopefully by this face you can tell I'm really interested in Halloween and fall, and that is what today's video is going to be about. I'm going to be showcasing a haul of some of the Code Orange or Halloween hunting items that I've picked up recently at places like At Home and Bath & Body Works. I love fall. It has always been my favorite season. Everything about that time of year is magical, whether it's the pumpkin patches or all the nostalgia that it gives me from my childhood trick-or-treating or having like classroom homeroom parties for Halloween, obviously dressing up, scary movies, Halloween parties as an adult, and cute decor. And so even though it is still very much so summer, I am very happy to be participating in Summerween, and I'm very happy particularly that the stores near me have been putting out items for Code Orange, which is basically just decorations out for Halloween very early during the summer. And so I was really excited and inspired by people like Bonnie Barton or that Salem girl who showcased all the different Code Orange shopping that they've been doing recently. And so I found myself getting in my car and going to At Home and Bath & Body Works and getting a bunch of items. So I'm filming this now after I've done my shopping, but we're gonna take it back in time and I'm going to show you a montage of me shopping around, showing all the different things that you can get, and then I'll come back in a little bit near the end of the video and showcase a haul of what I got. So maybe you can try to guess what I picked up. Looking at the wall behind me, do you maybe know my Halloween style or decor? You'll have to tell me in the comments if you've guessed correctly what I was getting, but yeah, let's start that and then we'll come back at the end and showcase what I got.
Probably the most fun thing about Halloween hunting is seeing all the different aesthetics and pieces that the stores are offering. And so when I walked in and saw this very gothic section, I knew I was going to be in love with the selection that they had there. Some stores don't really have that much diversity in their Halloween pieces, but At Home really did, which I appreciated. Even if everything wasn't up to my style, I did still have a good time taking it all in. A lot of the pieces were pretty expensive because they had a lot of larger like garden statues or outdoor pieces, which sure, I was expecting them to be expensive, but some of these skeletons were a few $100s, which really took me by surprise. So spoiler alert, I did not get any of those, but maybe they'll go on clearance at the end of the year for 90% off. Who knows? But I did really like the veiled skeleton bride that they had. I thought that piece was really pretty. Sometimes Halloween decor can be a little bit too spooky for my taste. I love horror movies. I love really scary things. But at least for Halloween, I don't think that that's my aesthetic. I don't want to be the house on the street that is so scary that people don't want to trick or treat there. I want it to be more like, hocus pocus, grandma witch vibes, historical pieces, cute vintage Halloween with a couple scary pieces, but mostly pumpkins and ghosties, things like that. There were so many different pumpkins, and last year I actually ended up crafting a lot of permanent pumpkins out of styrofoam that I got from Michael's, and I did a bunch of different faces on them. So I didn't need any more pumpkins, but I liked that they had so much variety. I didn't get it on camera because I was trying to be respectful and mind my business, but as I was walking around, there were a few other people also shopping in the Halloween section, and they were laughing. They were having so much fun, pointing out pieces that they liked, and I think that's the beauty of Code Orange. It allows all of us that are spooky at heart to really just celebrate early and draw out the best season of the year, and so I wanted to add that because it was very cute and wholesome as I was shopping. On a different day, I ended up popping over to Bath & Body Works because I am a lover of both their fall and Halloween scents. Those two lines tend to be my favorite of all time, and so I spent a couple of hours just smelling every single product they had. I tend to like very musky or bergamot scented items, and they had a lot of those different smells this year, which I really appreciated. They had some new scents, they had some classic tried and true scents, and I picked up a variety of hand soaps and hand sanitizers, some cute wallflowers, and overall it was a very positive experience, and I got a lot of good smelling things.
Let's start with the things I got at Home. I already have a lot of Halloween or fall decor, but there are certain things that I can just never pass up whenever I see them, and that is blankets and candles. I obviously am burning a lot of candles right now. This is pretty typical. I love to burn candles. I just feel like it's very soothing for my soul. It's very witchy. And so candles are definitely something I always pick up during the season so that I can use them the entire year. This purple candle, it's like a purple blue color changing candle that is actually from the Halloween line from Joann's, which sadly we know that, Joann's is no longer with us, which is heartbreaking. But because I am someone who likes what I like, I purchased about 10 of these color changing candles, and so I still have a little bit of a supply left. And so that is a theme you might see if I like something a lot, and especially if it's a candle, which I know I'm going to use constantly, I might buy a couple of it. So just keep that in mind. There's a method to my madness and my shopping addiction. Another thing that I'm always going to buy are blankets. I love to keep my house pretty cold, pretty cool. I don't want to sweat in it, but I also love to be cozy. And so I would rather my house be just a little bit cool, like 68 degrees, and then cuddle up with a blanket on the couch, than have it at a normal temperature. I don't know why, that just makes sense in my brain. And I love to keep my Halloween blankets out all year round. It matches my aesthetic. It's just cute. And so if I see another really cute Halloween blanket, I am going to pick it up and use it because it just makes sense with my lifestyle. But anyway, I wanted to start off by giving that little disclaimer, and now I can show what I got. So the first blanket I got was this bat blanket. It is super soft. It's a throw blanket, which is a size that I like because it's not too big, not too much to handle or have to store, but it just is this really cute plush gray bat blanket. I've really been wanting a bat tattoo, and I can talk about my spooky tattoos in a second because I do have quite a few, but this was just adorable. It was $9.99, and so again, something I can always use year round, nice quality. I thought I had to get that. I did pick up another blanket because I don't really have self-control when it comes to blankets, but this one was really cute, and I'm not sure if you can see the pattern, but it's almost like a gallery wall with different pictures and portraits of bats and spiders and spider webs, and it's just so Halloween-y, yet also, dare I say, just kind of like vintage inspired, that I really thought it would mesh nice with all of my decor that I already have out. And again, it's very soft, throw blanket size, so I had to get this too. I do love real candles, and I will always have a preference for real candles, but sometimes you just want to have battery operated candles. I have, from years and years and years ago, a pack of maybe like 10 larger and more stout battery operated candles that I got from Target that have dripping wax. And every time I use them when I have a party or people over, I get so many compliments. And I'm not sure if they still make those, but since I already have like a traditional candle shape, I knew I wanted to get some skinny taper candles that are also battery operated. And so I got these skinny white ones. They have the dripping wax, and they're just super cute. And so I got these as well, $7.99. But again, something I can use always. Okay, some more candles that I got. These are just the classic bleeding candles. So it's a black candle, and then there's a red inner tube of wax, which bleeds out. Again, any sort of color changing candle or bleeding candle I'm really obsessed with. And so I got a couple of these. They're good for the whole year, but obviously perfect for this time. My friends sometimes joke, because I do tend to have a lot of Halloween themed gatherings at my house, that when they are here, there's not really a spot for them to like put their drink on a coaster, because every single ounce of space I have a real candle. I'm trying to get over that with some of the battery operated candles, but you know, an aesthetic is an aesthetic, and candles really set the vibe, and these will especially set the vibe of any Halloween party that you want to have. So I recommend getting these, and I got a couple of these because why not? Live while you're young. Again, talking about fake candles, as much as I love real candles, fake candles also have their job, as I've already mentioned. And so I got these, a white drippy one and a black one as well. And these I don't really know where I'm gonna put, maybe on my bookshelf, since I wouldn't want a real candle next to my real books. But they're just adorable. I do want to get more, but they were about $9 each, and so one of each color is enough for now. But this is my sort of recommendation. Get the cute supplies and decorations that you want now, of course, but just remember that they are going to be around 70% off probably the week of Halloween, if not the week after, and then you can save it for next year. And so hopefully some of these are still left over, and I can get more. So there's that. The last little thing that was in that bag, but certainly not the last thing I got from at home, is this beautiful inflatable coffin. This was in the outdoor decoration section, and one day I hope I can have a yard and have like a huge inflatable pumpkin or something cute like that. I know some people think they're tacky, but if done right, they can add a lot to a home. But I'm not there yet. But what I do have room for in my backyard is this inflatable coffin. My birthday is in August, and I want to have a practical magic / Summerween birthday party, even though I know that's kind of crazy, but you know, it's my birthday, so I can do what I want. And I thought that this would be really adorable if I filled it up with water and either used it as a little like swimming cool off pool. I mean, it looks big enough that somebody could go in it. Or my other thought was filling it a little bit with water and then a lot with ice. And then this could be where we put all the drinks. I think that that would be adorable. Again, these are the sort of things that if you take care of them, can stick with you forever. So I thought that this was a really cute purchase. Another thing that I got at home was this really cute cat statue. Obviously, I have a thing for vintage looking Halloween cats. It's just so classic. This was something that I saw Bonnie or Flashes of Style show on her video. And so if you haven't watched her Code Orange hunting video, then you should definitely check that out. But it's just so cute. It's plastic, so it's very light. It's not going to fall over and crack, which I appreciate. But this is the sort of aesthetic that I'm going for, just like a classic vintage Halloween, whether it's really old Halloween like 1950s, 1960s, or better yet, the 2000s nostalgia. This is something that my mom definitely would have had growing up, and that's the Halloween that I'm always trying to chase after. So I thought that this was super cute, and it can go anywhere, and so I'm really happy with this as well. I also got this little wicker pumpkin jack-o'-lantern, and it has a cute little witch hat. It of course is removable, and I'm looking for Halloween decorations that can go on my back porch or my front porch. Not that they have to be outside all the time, because I don't know if this material is built for that, but at least sometimes that would be cute, because that's sort of an underutilized decoration space, at least for me, is the outside. And so I thought that this was cute. It's a nice sturdy material, and so I'm happy that I've picked this up as well. Okay, so this is the big bag of breakable things. I did pick up a couple glass candles and glasses, just because, why not? I do use this Halloween stuff year round. I need to make that clear again, because I know I'm showing quite a few things, but I really am excited for this time of year, and when pieces are just so cute and good quality, I can't really pass them up, or at least that's my excuse. So I'm going to unwrap some of these, and then we can go over what's inside. Okay, so the first thing is this little Anthropologie dupe cup or mug. I'm definitely going to make iced lattes out of this. I love making coffee at home, and I do have pumpkin spice syrup from last year that is still good, that I cannot wait to make a pumpkin latte with. And so I have this. I don't have an Anthropologie near me, and I also don't have Anthropologie money. I feel like people who shop at Anthropologie have their life together, and you know, that's not really my vibe. But I thought that this was really cute, and so I'm happy that I finally have one of these cute little cups. Okay, so the next thing that I just unwrapped is this candle called Golden Fall Leaves. And I wish that I could describe to you how good it smells, but I know I'm gonna fail. It is just the most wonderful, like, musk, outside fall smell. And yeah, it's just really amazing. It's kind of a smaller size, which is nice, because then I can burn through it and use other fall candles. All of these taper candles and things that I have are unscented, but I do like scented candles as well, obviously. So this was really cute. They had bigger sizes if you'd want that, but I like this cute little mini size. Yeah, I just can't really describe it. It smells like wood, musk, maybe even a little bit of vanilla. It smells really great. Okay, so this is the prettiest mirror I have ever seen. It has these little bats on it, and then it also has a jack-o'-lantern face on the back. It obviously sits up on a desk, but I can just imagine looking at this while doing my makeup and my hair and just feeling like the most spooky gothic lady in the world, which is all I ever want. So they had a lot of these Anthropologie dupe style candles, and if I had more money, I would probably have gotten every single one. If I'm remembering right, they had a Frankenstein one and maybe also a ghost or a pumpkin. They all smelled great, but this was my favorite. It has little black cats on it, and as I've already said, I love cats. And this one is black cognac and rum. It just smells really sweet. I honestly don't think I would have called it that because to me it gives off very vanilla vibes, but I really like it. And something that I love to do with cute candle containers after the candle has burned out is I'll clean it. I'll either scrape it out or add a little water, put it in the freezer. The candle pops out like magic. We've all seen that hack. And then I can use the jar again to put whatever I want in it. It just smells so wonderful. And so after I burn this, who knows what I'll put in it? Maybe some Halloween bracelets, and it can be a little like jewelry organizer. I'm not really sure, but I thought that this was really cute. And I think I'm gonna put it in my kitchen next to my coffee bar so that the coffee cup is out next to it, and then they can look kind of cute together. So that was what I got at home, and now I'm gonna show what I got at Bath & Body Works. I had the best time at Bath & Body Works because, as you'll see in a little bit, one of their collection pieces this year is very near and dear to my heart. And while I was shopping, I was talking to one of the workers, and she said, "Oh my goodness, let me go get my boss. I need to have them meet you," because one of their collection pieces, I guess I'll just show it, is this little frog wearing a wizard hat or a witch hat. So adorable. They have a lot of pieces with this decoration style or this little frog motif, and I have a little witch frog tattoo. Hopefully you can see that. I got that this spring. I love frogs. They're one of my favorite animals, and so I became very popular at that Bath & Body Works. All the workers were coming up to me and they couldn't believe it. They thought it was so funny and cute. They even took a picture of it with my permission, which I was loving, and they sent it to one of their other coworkers. So I felt very famous and cool, which never happens. But yeah, I'll start with this. This is just a little hand sanitizer holder, and again, it's the little frog. I mean, I had to get this. I have a frog witch that hangs on my purse. This will obviously have to go next to it. I mean, come on, it's perfect. They're twins. So anyway, I had to get that, and I thought that that was really cute. Obviously, I have a thing for frogs with Rookie here, but going off of the frogs, I also got the matching wallflower. I love Bath & Body Works wallflowers, and the ones that I use are just the plain containers, which we're not about plain around here. We're about creativity, whimsy. And so you know what, I got this. I'm gonna keep it up all year round. I might put it in my bathroom or maybe in this room, but it's just so cute, and I had to get that too. Since we're going with the wallflowers, I also got, which I'm very excited about, the bookstore wallflower. I have seen this everywhere, and it also says I'm a projector. To go in the wallflowers, I got pumpkin chai, which is this really delicious pumpkin chai, almost chocolate smelling scent. I got Laundry Day to be basic, but sometimes you just want to have a nice clean scent. And then I also got Book Loft. Book Loft is probably my favorite wallflower scent. It's so musky and has a lot of bergamot, which I'm realizing I like musk. As a smell, maybe that's why I like incense so much, but I'm gonna put these in different rooms, of course, and I think it'll smell really great. So I'm excited about those. I almost forgot to say it because this tattoo is one of my first tattoos, but I do actually have a ghost tattoo as well. So I guess I'm just getting hand sanitizers that look like my little tattoos, but it's actually a funny story because I went to the tattoo artist wanting to get a ghost tattoo because I love Halloween and I definitely believe in ghosts. And the tattoo artist, who is really sweet and lovely, she's like, you know what, just draw me one so I can get the idea, and then I'll change it up and I'll use the stencil and we can go from there. And when she came out with the stencil, it was exactly my drawing, and she said it was just so adorable. I think we should use the one that you drew. So I actually did draw this tattoo, and it also is holding Lily of the Valley, which is a poisonous flower. And so I just thought that that was really adorable. And so those are some of my witchy tattoos. Some other witchy tattoos that I really want to get: a bat, like I've said, maybe some sort of spider because I think they look really cool. I want to get Stregonona, which is Grandma Witch, this book series that I was obsessed with as a child that my grandma would read to me, among others. And so maybe that can be something in the fall once it's the perfect time for tattoos. We can do a little tattoo vlog. But yeah, I'm really excited with these. And now I'm just going to show you some of the little hand sanitizer scents I picked up. I did get 6 for $10, starting with Book Loft, which I already said I got the wallflower for. Pumpkin Apple, which is just a classic. I got Candy Apple Cauldron, which might be one of their new scents. I can't remember, but this was the scent that goes with the frog aesthetic that they had going on, so I wanted to pick that up. I got Ghoul Friend, which is just classic. I love this. This is like the most sweet scent imaginable. And then I also got Pumpkin Marshmallow Latte, which is so adorable and smells amazing. And then Leaves, a classic scent. If you're thinking to yourself, wow, you included a lot of clips of Vampire's Blood, but you didn't get any, and you think that's weird, let me just say that is my all-time favorite scent from Bath & Body Works ever. And I stock that up in my house year-round. So I'm looking off camera, and I actually have 2 body sprays literally out of view of the mini travel size that I keep in my purse and my backpack. And so I already have so much of it. I am not allowing myself to get some until I run out. I have run out of my body wash supply, and so I will probably get that, but that's at a later time. I do like how they've redesigned the package this year. It's super cute. But yeah, that's why I didn't get any Vampire's Blood, even though it is my favorite scent. Hopefully you enjoyed my little haul of all of my items. I definitely went a little bit crazy with the things that I got, but I know I'm going to enjoy them and use them for years to come, and so that's what's keeping me from feeling guilty about them. I am so excited for fall and the Burr months. I just love the holiday season, and Halloween is my absolute favorite day of the year. I am so inspired this year, especially because I just recently went to Salem, Massachusetts and had the time of my life. And so if you're also a lover of fall and Halloween, then you should do yourself a favor and subscribe. I'm going to be putting out a lot of fall content, and I would love if I could have you around as a little spooky friend. Thank you so much for watching this video. I now need to put all of my cute little items in their new spot. And in a video very soon, I'll show you how I'm decorating for Halloween, so make sure you stay around for that as well. Bye, friends.